Greetings to all of you from the Kingdom of Bhutan. It gives me great pleasure to participate in the special edition of Edinburgh International Cultural Summit 2020. I would like to speak about culture of my country. The culture in our country is thriving. It is part of our daily lives. It is actually the cornerstone of our identity. Culture thrives in the way we live our daily lives, in the form of even what we wear daily, our spirituality, and in the way we think, in the way we interact with each other as a family, a wider family. Now, I go a long way back since I was born in 1955, in a time when there was no electricity in our country, there was no car roads, no communication, no telephones. So in a hamlet in Western Bhutan, where I grew up, we were cocooned, and culture was so important for us because that was the way of our lives, the way we lived. And as we progressed, as we couldn't stay isolated any longer, so as we progressed with the coming of roads and electricity, communications, our lives changed. Now, lives changed in the sense that we had all these comforts, and they were distractions, of course. But we as a Bhutanese people, we are very mindful of our heritage. There are very few of us, 700,000 Bhutanese. So it is vital and all the more important that we preserve our way of life, our culture, our spirituality. And even though modernization came to us, we were very mindful of that. Now, the example, during these very trying times of the COVID-19 pandemic, we as a people are going through this guided by the strength of His Majesty our King. His Majesty our King is certainly a king like no other. His Majesty our King is the symbol of our unity, of our strength, and of our harmony. His Majesty has traveled the length and breadth of our nation, guarding our borders so that we do not have this pandemic enter our country. But unfortunately, it has come, and His Majesty has done everything possible to make sure that the Bhutanese people are safe. He has spent sleepless nights for months on end. And this is really an example of how other leaders can emulate to serve their own people. Now, I know that the people world over are gripped by this pandemic, and we are all hopeful that there will be a vaccine which will put an end to this terrible, terrible pandemic. During times like this, I feel that it's important, as we are in lockdown, it is important to reflect on ourselves, our beings, to value what we have, to be grateful for what we have, and for not one moment to lose hope, for nothing lasts forever. not the worst of times, nor the best of times. Everything passes, and this will pass. I wish all of you safety and well-being. And from this kingdom in the Himalayas, surrounded by the pristine mountains and an environment that is pure, I send to all of you my greetings. And I would also like to say that Bhutan Echoes, which is our literature festival, we are into our 11th year, and we do have great minds, great thinkers of new ideas come and celebrate their stories as we share ours. And as they come to this country, they're enchanted. They're really enchanted. They're enchanted by a culture, how we live it, how we celebrate it. So in the future, when the pandemic comes to an end and the world returns to a new normal, I hope to see all of you in our land, the land of the Thunder Dragon. Tashidile, and thank you very much.